أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم افتح علينا حكمتك وانشر علينا رحمتك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام رب زدنا علما أجمعين اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम वरहमतुल्लाह।
So last time we did up to ayat number 17, right? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. قال اخرج منها مذءوما مدحورا لمن تبعك منهم لأملأن جهنم منكم أجمعين. So we have here قال. So he said قال اخرج, right? So اخرج, get out, or we'll say خرج يخرج, right? From the verb خرج يخرج, and this is amr. So قال would fail madi, and we'll always look for the file. The file of this is huwa, right? And huwa, that is damirun mustatirun. And then this will have hamzatul wasl on it, but we're not going to pronounce this, so we'll connect this with kha, right? Qala khruj. So ukhruj is fil amr, and this is the command for the singular, right? Second person singular, anta. Minha maz'uman madhura. So there are two new words we have here, and with respect to these two words, they are on the scale of ismul maf'ul, like maz'umun. If you make it marfu form of it, for example, so it'll be maf'ulun, maz'umun, madhurun, maf'ulun. All right. So that is the maf'ul. So these, both of these words are what? Ism maf'ul, ismul maf'ul. That is the passive participle. All right. Both of these, and they are here mansub, and they come from two words. All right. So if we have maf'ulun scale, right? Maf'ulun. So what would be the root of it? So this meme is from the maf'ul, right? Word maf'ul. So only fa, ain, and lam are going to be the variables. So that's going to be meme and waw are going to be constant here. So that's this meme and this waw. You can see they're also meme and this waw, right? Then maf'ul word. Fa'ala is the variable. So if we have maz'uman or maz'umun, it's marfu. So the root word is going to be za, hamza, and meme, right? Za, hamza, and meme. And this one, the root word is going to be dal, ha, and ra. Now, if you know the root word, this is how you're going to get the root words. First, you need to see the scale. You come across any word later on, you're going to see what scale does this word follow. If the word is on the scale of maf'ulun, it's ismul maf'ul. It's on the scale of fa'ilun, it's the ismul fa'il. That is the form 1. But in advanced form, form 2 to form 10, the scale of ismul maf'ul is mudari', do a dhamma to it, right? And ism maf'ul and ism fa'il is same scale, just kasra and fatah. The letter before the last one, right? We know that. And a word could be on the scale of masdar. So if you know the scale of masdar, right, then based on that you can get the root of it, and then you can check it from the dictionary what it is. So these are two new words we have here: maz'uman, madhurun, madhura, and let's go ahead and get their root words. So we have, I'm going to write it here for you. So we have two new words here. So za, hamza, za, ma. All right, this is going to be the verb. So za'ama is on the scale of AA. That is za'ama yaz'amu. Za'ama yaz'amu. Right, so this is the first word we have. And second word we have is madhura. So that's from the verb dahara. دحر. Again the same AA group. Dahra yadharu. Alright. Dahra yadharu. So za'ama. So from za'ama we have maz'umun. And from dahra we have madhurun or madhuran. And both of these words are mansub because they are the hal. The meaning of this is disgraced and expelled. The first one madhur, mazumun. The first one mazumun is disgraced, right? And second one madhurun is expelled. So disgraced, expelled. So let me write it here also, right there on this. Disgraced. That's the first one, and second one is expelled. Now, when we have the word which is this is the hal, okay. So both of these words are the hal. Hal is another type of an object, like a type of which is among the mansubat. Will not say an object, but it determines the state. Like for example, I gave an example last time also. For the hal, we did vowel hal, right? Vowel hal is gives you a complete sentence, but here the hal is determined by only one word. When this word the word itself here is maful, that's how the word is made, but the value that it has in the sentences, it is the hal here. Like Zad aya haste haste. So he came on the state of smiling. Zad came laughing. We don't say Zad came while he was laughing. That's also right. We simply say Zad came laughing. Zad came riding, right? Riding a horse. So you're determining the condition in what state the action is getting performed. That he's coming, that action is coming, but what state? That he's laughing, in the state of while he's laughing. So that is the hal, right? That'll always be mansub wherever the hal is determined. So both of these words are here hal. So this means what would be the translation? قال اخرج منها قال اخرج منها مظلوما مدحورا. Get out from it. So get out from it. So where is this ha going? Get out مظلوما, disgraced and expelled. That means in the state of disgrace and with the state of being expelled. So on the state. So if we see the clear Quran, what clear Quran translates this word as, right? It says you are disgraced, get out of paradise. Is using the word paradise here, and it's in an exclamatory sense. You are disgraced and rejected. All right. So laman tabi'aka minhum. Now this man, we have man here, and after man we have a verb which is a madi tabi'a. Whenever we have a ka getting attached to the verb, that's verb is always going to be mafulun bihi. So man is from among the adatu shart, right? Man is, it is also an ism mawsul in itself, but this is the ismu shart. Ismu shart jazimun tajzimu fi'lain. You remember that conditional sentence. So this lam is again the same lam like we're used to. This lam, like it gets applied on qad, it becomes laqad. It gets applied on the verb when you give an emphasis on nun sakil again. That's or it gets applied on like lamu ta'lil. So this wherever lam comes in Arabic, that is always going to be a harfu jar, right? Lam universally harfu jar wherever it is a harfu jar in itself, but it can come in different situations. But mostly, just keep this in mind that yes, it is jawab al qasam. That's for us a bit advanced, but we'll say for emphasis. But when this lam gets applied on, I'm just telling you one more advanced point here. When this lam gets applied on the adatu shart, then this lam is known as harfu muwaṭṭiʻah. All right, that's a bit advanced for you, but just remember that this is a bit, an emphasis lam. All right, the same lam that we've been using. So man is what we are familiar with. That is the ismu shart, tajzimu fi'lain. So it does give sukoon, make two verbs majzoom. That is the verb of shart and the jawab shart. But here the verb of shart is what? It is madi, so it's going to be mabni. You cannot make it majzoom, so it's going to be tabi'a. Tabi'a means to follow. Man tabi'aka. All right, man tabi'aka, whoever follows you. Right, whoever followed you. Sorry, whoever followed you. Minhum, whosoever followed you from them. Then you have the jawab shart here. La anna. I told you last time that we have the verb mala'a yamla'u, right? Mala'a yamla'u. And so yamla'u, what's the meaning of yamla'u? To fill, right? Yamla'u, he fills. Tamla'u, you fill. Amla'u, I fill, right? So, and this is what noon sakil, right? The noon of emphasis, and you have the la before it. La amla anna. So, indeed, or surely, I will fill jahannama minkum ajma'in. I can see the emphasis ajma'in. Minkum would have been like jahannama minkum. Surely, definitely, I will fill the jahannam minkum with you, all of you ajma'in, not even jami'an, ajma'in, all of you. So, minkum ajma'in. This would be for tawkid, right? So this tawkid is for minkum, right? So minkum ajmain, all of you. So Jahannam here is mansub. Why? Because it is maf'ulun bihi. Now we know that a noun will either have a tanween or a alif lam in the beginning, but Jahannam does not have it. Any reason why? Neither alif lam nor tanween, right? So you have la amla anna. Indeed, I will fill Jahannama minkum ajmain. Hell with you altogether, right? What's it saying? I will certainly fill up hell with you and your followers. So all of you, right? Although we don't have an explicit word followers there, but all of you together. So Jahannam does not have, Jahannam is a diptot, all right? So no alif lam, no tanween. It is a mamnu min as-sarf, غير munsarif noun. All right. So that's up to ayat number 18. So then we have وَيَا آدَمُ آدَمُ اسْكُنْ أَنْتَ وَزَوْجُكَ الْجَنَّةَ فَكُلَا مِنْ حَيْثُ شِئْتُمَا وَلَا تَقْرَبَا هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةَ فَتَكُونَا مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing Adam alayhi salam. Right? So the first word we have harf atf, wow, we're familiar with. Now we have Ya Adam. All right, Ya Adam. So we have two words actually here, Ya and Adam. So Ya is harfu nida, the vocative particle, and Adam is munada, right? So Ya Adam, O Adam, uskun, sakana yaskunu means to live. Sakana means he lived. Yaskunu, he lives. So how do I say I live in India? Askunu fil Hind, right? So its amr is going to be uskun, right? Dhamma is there. So the amr, the first letter, it is the hamzatul wasl also gets a dhamma, but if you have it in the beginning, but it comes in the middle, so you'll say ya adam uskun, right? So it's say settle down or live. Anta wa zawjuka, you and your spouse. You and your spouse live where? In al jannah. Al jannata. So this is going to be the maf'ulun bihi mansub. Now you see that here, whenever we do atf, I told you that before when we were studying the wow, that we do atf. Wow is an atf between a noun and a noun, or a verb and a verb, or a paragraph and a paragraph. It connects two. It can even connect the chapters. So we cannot say it like this. Ya Adam uskun. Who is the file of uskun? Uskun. Who is the file? I mean, the file is mustatir here, right? Who is it addressing to? Anta. But we cannot say it like uskun. So uskun itself means you live, right? Live means you live. We cannot say uskun, you live, wazawjuka. You live and your wife. Technically, we might think that's going to be right, but we cannot do an atf between a verb here and a noun. In this case, we can't. So wherever you have such a situation, so the rule there is, because all the rules of grammar are derived from the Quran, and it will come at multiple places in the Quran, a situation like this. So then in that case, you're going to take the file out, right? And then you're going to do an atf with it. So you can say uskun anta wa zawjuka. You cannot say uskun wa zawjuka. All right, uskun anta wa zawjuka. But this anta is not a file, right? Grammatically, you will say this. The file obviously is mustatir, right? Which is taqdiruhu ant, and this ant would be damirun munfasilun litawkid. I'll simply say wa zawjuka, and you can see that zawjuka is also marfu here. Now another point you can see it here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he's addressing and talking to Adam alayhi salam, He is first taking his name, Adam. So that's one. Second is uskun. Here is also the maful mustatir, file the file is mustatir here. So addressing uskun and anta. So see three damirs here. In this one, damir is mustatir and here is explicit. So you can see the kind of an honor Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving to Adam alayhi salam. So when we are supposed to ask somebody, uh, when you take somebody's name you're talking to, that means you're actually showing respect to him. And when you don't take a name, right, you don't want to be disrespectful, you don't take a name. But it's not that you don't take a name, it's you're disrespecting. But what I'm saying here is that when you actually take a name, that is giving an honor and respect. So Allah is also teaching us this here. Ya Adam uskun anta wa zawjuka al jannata, in the uh, Jannah, and it's not mentioned fil Jannah, right? Anta al Jannah straight away. Live in Jannah. In English, you will say in, but no maful, no harf jar here. Fakula atf again. Fa is an atf. Fakula. So we have
Ustad, your voice is breaking.
voice is breaking. Hold on then. 1 minute.
Hello?
Voice is breaking now. I will just switch my network. Hold on. 1 minute, please. Okay, I got you. I'm just switching the network here. All right, just 1 minute. All right, it should be better now. All right. I
Yes,
just
fine.
all right, perfect. I just switched the network. All right. So I was saying here that so we have وَزَوْجُكَ الْجَنَّةَ al-jannata. So no harfu jar here mentioned. It's simply that in English you'll say live in the Jannah, but here no fee here. Fa again harfu jar. Sorry, harfu atf, not harfu jar. Harfu atf, which is a connector we know. Fa kula. Now this is kula. So what's the verb? Can you tell me what's the verb here? Say kula.
Akala.
Very good. It is akala. So if you have akala, and then mudara is going to be ya kulu. All right, ya kulu. So when you have this kind of a situation, akala ya kulu, and then when you have to make it's amr. So what you do is you chop this ya. All right, you chop this one, and you also chop, I mean this at the end you give like this. So you have two scoons here, right? When you drop this and you drop hamza, so it becomes kul. All right, I'm going to write it separately here. Becomes kul. Now why is this kula then? It'll become kul. Kul means eat. It's an amr, right? But kula is what? Aleph is dual, right? So you have what's the conjugation? Ya kulu, ya kulani, ya kuluna,
Hmm.
right? So when you have ya kulani, so you have ya ku yakulani, right? So this is min al-afal al-khamsa. This is marfu bi subut nun. So how do you make it? How do you make it? How you make an amr of it? You remove this and you also remove this, right? You remove its marfu thing and you remove its mudari thing. Its marfu thing was noon, you drop it, and you drop its uh, mudari thing, all right? So it becomes kula,
जी.
right? Dual. So alif we simply know that is what is for the dual. Kula, so you eat. Fakula min haythu shi'tuma. So haythu is zarf, all right? Haythu is a zarf and it means wherever. It's a zarf mubham, wherever, jahan bhi aap chaho. Min haythu shi'tuma. Now again, shi'tuma, I think I told you I told you about this verb sha'a. Was the verb sha'a yashau. Sha'a yashau. So whenever we are so sha'a yashau is which one? From which group is the sha'a yashau? Sha'a yashau. Yasha.
Group 1.
Yeah, it is form one. Very good. Why to put a kasra here? But I was saying which group it is actually, not form. It is form one, but group. I mean, is this AA, IA, Nasara, AU? Which one is it?
A.
It appears to
A.
be AA, but it actually is not AA, right? So find it today, right? So
Okay.
when we're having the verb from ajwaf, all right? Ajwaf has three that we studied, and they are most common. So like qala yaqulu, that's AU. Remember it. Qala yaqulu is AU, right? Ba'a yabi'u is AI, right? Very easy. Qala yaqulu AU. Ba'a yabi'u AI. But if you have an alif in both, right? Like we have in here, sha'a yasha'u or khafa yakhafu. Look at that form, I mean, ajwaf in book 2 again. So this is IA actually, all right? IA,
Mm.
right? So if you do the conjugation sha'a, sha'a, sha'u, sha'at, sha'ata, and then after the sixth one, the thing changes, right? Like we have qala, qala, qalu, qalat, qalata, then we have qulna, right? Qulna gets a dhamma. Otherwise, before is qaf with a fatha, right? But the moment you reach the sixth one, it gets a dhamma. And if you have ba'a, 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 ba'u, ba'at, ba'at, right? And then you have bi'na, right? Bi'na gets a kasra. So the thing here is that in ajwaf, all three forms get a kasra except if the verb is from nasara group, AU. That's qala yaqulu. Then it gets a dhamma, the first letter after the sixth verb, all right, onwards. So if you had to go ahead and say sha'a means he desired or usne chaha, right? He, third person. So how do you do the conjugation? Sha'a, sha'a, sha'u, sha'at, sha'ata, and then shi'na with the kasra, right? How do you say I,
Mm.
right? I would be I wished shi'tu with the kasra, shi'tu. We wish shi'na, right?
Mm.
Get my point?
Mm.
So in the same one, you have, so if you say you both wished or you wished will be shi'ta, right? And then will be shi'tuma, right? So that's the reason we're going to be good and strong in conjugation, especially with this ajwaf and all right? So you have shi', where did we have here it is. Shi'tuma. Now what's the shi'tuma? This is fi'lun mad, fi'lun madi. And who is the file? Tuma. Shi'tuma. Shi'ta would have been singular, but because it's dual here, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing both, not one. Shi'tuma. So fakula min haythu shi'tuma. So eat min haythu shi'tuma, from wherever you desire, from wherever you wish, you both wish, right? Eat wherever you wish. Wala taqraba. Again, this is dual taqraba. So we have qariba yaqrabu. IA. Qariba yaqrabu. All right. IA group. So you have yaqrabu, yaqrabani, right? Yaqrabani, yaqrabuna. So, and then we have taqrabu, taqrabani. So taqraba, so la taqraban. This is a negative command now. So this is la and nahiya. And after la and nahiya, you will have fi'lun mudari'un majzumun. So this is fi'lun mudari'un majzumun bihasfi nun. The moment you drop its nun, it will become majzum. So this is dual. Who is the file? Alif. ولا تقربا, and do not go near, right? قريب جانا, قريب, we know this in Urdu. ولا تقربا, so لا الناهية, negative command, فعل مضارع مجزوم بحذف نون. And who is the file? Al-Alif. Always look for the file when the verb comes. ولا تقرب هذه الشجرة. So هذه الشجرة is one unit word actually. This tree, right? So this is what? هذه الشجرة is the مفعول به. So that's the reason why shajar is mansub, right? هذه is mabni, so you cannot, it will be like this. ولا تقرب هذه الشجرة, and do not go near this tree. فَتَكُونَ مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. Fa, again, fa coming. So this is again a connector that we have. Ideally, this would be called as fa sababiyya here, right? But you just remember this fa. Takuna, again, dual. You see, dual is very important. I told you that dual comes in the Quran many times. So takuna. So you have kana yakunu, yakunu, yakunani, yakununa, takunu, takunani. Now, fatakuna, right? Fatakuna. Now, what is this here? This is fatakuna min zalimin. Now, this is fi'lun. Takuna is kana, right? So whenever we have kana coming, right? Wherever we have kana coming, um, kana will always be having what? Ism, and it will be having its uh, ism and khabar. Ismu kana and khabaru kana. But there's one more kana that inshallah will be coming. Maybe I'm not sure whether that's coming in the surah immediately. That is another type of kana, wherein kana takes, that's known as kana tam. That'll have its file. So at that time I'll tell you more details about that kana yakunu. So we have minas. So wherever we have kana yakunu coming, it will be always be having what? Ism and khabar. So minas zalimin is very easy for us to identify. This is the khabaru kan, right? And what is the ismu kan? That is the alif, right? That is the alif. So fatakuna min zalimin, and you be among the zalimin. All right. So he's telling them not to go near this tree, otherwise you're going to be among those who are zalimin. Why did he tell them? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them not to go near this, otherwise you're going to be the zalim. So what do you understand by zulm actually? That's another point. Because you see that I think before that this word also came with respect to Iblis, I guess. Or not sure the game of Iblis now. You see this word here also came, qalu inna kunna zalimin. Now you see so many times the zalim word is coming. Even say ashirku zulmun azim. You see here again zulm is coming. بما كانوا بآياتنا يظلمون, right? ومن خفت موازينه فأولئك الذين خسروا أنفسهم بما كانوا بآياتنا يظلمون. Now see how important this word is to understand what is zulm. So another second time this word zulm came, and we have, I think it did came one more time if I'm not wrong. Only two times, all right. So now you see that again this word zalimin has come, right? Zulm. Again the zulm is like with respect to Yunus alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Wanada fi zulumat." He called us in the zulumat, when there was darkness. Now, what is the zulm? Very important word this for us. So we'll check this. Inshallah, I'll get the dictionary tomorrow for you, the mufradat, and we'll get to understand this word from there. Some words are, some words we have to go too much deeper to understand them, that come multiple times in the Quran, right? And they have their terminological meaning, so very important for us to understand. All right, so I think inshallah tomorrow I'll try to get the mufradat by Imam Raghib. If you also can download it from internet, that's a huge two-volume book based on the mufradat, that tells us, that goes right deeper into the word. All right, so I'll try to see that if I can get and concise of it, inshallah. So I think that should be it for today. Inshallah, we'll continue this tomorrow. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله.